The next chapter is structure of an atom or atomic structure. We will discuss. Already you are learned in lower class level Thomson's model of atom, Rutherford experiment. Already we were seen, and the Bohr's model of atom. Here, the development of the Bohr's model of an atom. The first is the dual character of the electromagnetic radiation, which means the radiation possesses both wave-like and the particle-like properties. And the second one is the experimental results regarding the atomic spectra, which can be explained only by the assuming quantized electronic energy levels in atom. First, the wave nature of the electromagnetic radiation, that is two. Another one is the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation, that is in Planck's quantum theory. Here, first we will discuss the wave nature of the electromagnetic radiation. First, the comprehensive, there is an explanation about the interaction between the charged bodies and the behavior of the electrical and the magnetical field. That is magnetic fields on the microscopic level. The Maxwell suggested that when electrically charged particles move under the acceleration, alternating the electrical and the magnetic fields are produced and transmitted. This is called electromagnetic radiations or electromagnetic waves. Here, look at this. The light is the form of the radiation known as the early days. The speculation about the nature of dates back to remote ancient times, that is in earlier days. Light was supposed to be made particles. It was only in the 19th century when wave nature of the light was established. Here, the first one, some example we will see here. Simple properties we can see here. The oscillating electric and magnetic field. This is the electric field and the magnetic field component. This is direction of the propagation. Here, the oscillating electric and magnetic field produced by the oscillating charged particles are perpendicular to each other and both perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the wave. Here, then, unlike the sound waves or the water waves, the electromagnetic waves do not require medium and can move in vacuum also. Then third one is, it is now well established that there are many types of electromagnetic radiations which differ from the one another in the wavelength, that is the frequency. This is called electromagnetic spectrum. The different region of the spectrums are identified by different names. That is some examples like radio frequency regions. That is 10 power 6 hertz. This is radio frequency region. Where it is used means broadcasting. Then microwave region 10 power 10 hertz. It is used for radar. Then IR infrared region 10 power 13 hertz. It is used for heating. Then UV ultraviolet. UV region around 10 power 16 hertz component of a sun radiation. So the small portion of 10 power 15 hertz what is ordinary called visible light, that is 10 power 15. This is called 10 power 15 hertz. It is called ordinary light or the visible light. It is only this part which your eyes can see. The special instruments are required to detect a non-visible radiation. Then the different kinds of units are used in the represent electromagnetic radiation. The radiation characterized with the properties, namely the frequency, V, simply internet frequency, and the wavelength is lambda, like this. The SI units for frequency is hertz second inverse. That is Heinrich Hertz, the name defined as the number of waves that pass in a given point in a 1 second. So wave length should have the units of the length, and as you know that the SI unit of length is what? Meter. This is hertz per second and meter. So since the electromagnetic radiation consists of different kinds of waves of much smaller wavelengths, So smaller the units are used. See the electromagnetic radiation, that is in vacuum, all type of electromagnetic radiation, regardless of the wavelength, travel at the same speed, that is 3.0 into 10 power 8 meter per second, that is in 2, that means 2.997925 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Let's be to be precise. So this is called speed of light. The symbol is what? C. The speed of light, the symbol is C. Then the frequency is already know that V, and the wavelength is lambda. We can relate this equation. C is equal to V lambda. So speed of light is equal to frequency and the wavelength. So the other commonly used for the especially in spectroscopy, wave number, that is simply V bar. It is defined as the number of wavelengths per unit length. It is units are reciprocal of the wavelength unit, that is meter inverse. However, commonly used in unit centimeter per centimeter inverse. It is not SI units. The particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation, that is Planck's quantum theory. Some of the experimental phenomena such as the diffraction and the interference can be explained by the wave nature of the electromagnetic radiation. Here, however, the following are some of the observations which could not be explained with the help of the even in the electromagnetic theory in 19th century, that is classical physics. The first one is the nature of emission of the radiation from the hot bodies, that is black body radiation. Second is ejection of electron from metal surface when radiation strikes it, that is in photoelectric effect. Third one is the variation of heat capacity of solid as a function of temperature. The fourth one is the line spectra. The line spectra of an atom with its spatial reference to hydrogen. Dark body radiation was given by the Max Planck in 19th century. That is, when solids are heated, they emit radiation over a wide range of the wavelengths. Example here, when iron rod is heated in a furnace, what first will happen means, first turns in dull red and then progressively becomes more and more red as the temperature increases. So the temperature increases means the surface, that is the intensity is also increased. That means as this heated further, the radiation emits becomes white and then becomes blue as the temperature becomes very high. So in terms of the frequency, it means that the frequency of the emitted radiation goes from a lower frequency to the higher frequency. As the temperature increases, the red color lies here. Look at this. In this, the blue in color. This blue in color lower the frequency region, while blue color, that is in look at in the green color. The green color belongs to the higher frequency region of the electromagnetic spectrum. So this blue color lies the lower frequency region. In this green color, higher frequency region of the electromagnetic spectrum. This ideal body which emits and absorbs the radiation of the all frequencies. So this is called black body radiation. The exact frequency distribution of the emitted radiation, that is the intensity versus the frequency. This is intensity versus the frequency. That is the black body depends only on the temperature. At a given temperature, intensity of the radiation emits increase with the decreasing wavelength. So decreasing the wavelength, that reaches the maximum wave value of the given wavelength at the start decreasing, further decreasing of the wavelength. See, look at this. The above this experimental result cannot be explained in the satisfactory on the basis of the wave theory of the light. The Planck suggested that the atoms and molecules could emit energy only in discrete quantities and not in the continuous manner. So here the Planck gave the name quantum to the smallest quantity of the energy that can be emitted or absorbed in the form of the electromagnetic radiation. That's electromagnetic, the energy E of the quantum radiation is proportional to the frequency, that is V, and expressed, the equation is E is equal to hV. Here the h is the proportionality constant, that is also known as the Planck's constant. The value is, the Planck's constant value, h value is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. With this theory, the Planck was able to explain the distribution of the intensity in the radiation from the black body as a function of the frequency or the wavelength at the different temperatures. The next is the photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect is a very interesting experiment in which the electrons, that is an electric current, were ejected when certain metals, for example, this is the metal surface, like potassium, rubidium, cesium, like this, were exposed in a beam of light to give, this is called photoelectric effect. When were exposed in the beam of light is called, this is the light, beam of light, this is called photoelectric effect. This is a battery, ammeter, detector, the light, this is the metal surface, and this is the vacuum chamber. The photoelectric effect is, the first one is, the electrons are ejected from the metal surface as soon as the beam of light strikes the surface. That is, there is no time lag between the striking of light beam and the ejection of electron from the metal surfaces. The second one is the number of electrons, this is the electron, the number of electrons ejected is proportional to the intensity or the brightness of the light. Then for each metal there is a characteristics minimum frequency, that is also called threshold frequency, V0. Simply we can write V0, below which the photoelectric effect is not observed, which the photoelectric at a frequency is Vs greater than V0. The ejected electrons come out with a certain kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of these electrons increase with the increasing frequency of light is used. So all these results could not be explained on the basis of the law of classical physics. According to later, the energy content of the beam of light depends upon the brightness of the light. See, it has been observed that the number of electrons ejected does depends upon the brightness of the light, and the kinetic energy of the ejected electron does not. For example, the red light yes, 4.32, that is 4.3 to 4.6 into 10 power 14 hertz of any brightness, that is intensity, may shine in the piece of the potassium metal for the hours, but no photoelectrons are ejected. But soon as even a very weak yellow light, that is V is equal to 5.1 to 5.2 into 10 power 14 hertz, sign the potassium metal, the photoelectric effect is observed. So the threshold frequency, here the threshold frequency, the potassium metal is, for potassium metal, 5.0 into 10 power 14 hertz. Here the Einstein was able to explain the photoelectric effect using Planck's quantum theory of the electromagnetic radiation as a starting point. So shining a beam of light on a metal surface and therefore viewed as a shooting of a beam particles, the photons, when the photons of the sufficient energy strikes on the electron in the atom of the metal. So it transfers its energy simultaneously to the electron during the collision, and the electron is ejected without any time lag or delay. So greater the energy possessed by the photon, greater will be the transfer of the energy to the electron, and the greater the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. So this is the main thing Einstein explained. That means the kinetic energy of the ejected electron is given, that is H. HV is equal to HV naught plus half ME V square. Here the ME is mass of electron and V is the velocity associated with the ejected electron. So lastly, the more intensive beam of the light consists a larger number of photons. Consequently, the number of electrons eject also larger compared to the experiment in which the beam of weakens intensity of the light is employed. So next is dual behavior of the electromagnetic radiation.